Hey guys, Eric Olson here with River Valley Power and Sport, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the 239C Pro center console. This is a deep V console, but here's the amazing part about it really is that the draft is only 16 inches for a boat this big with a 18.5-inch dead rise, meaning the V, and that's measured at the transom. So really, when you look at the way the hull is designed, it's got an extreme bow flare. It definitely will deflect waves, great for big water, but yet you're still going to be comfortable, even in the smaller lakes, that you're going to be able to get the boat into with a draft of 16 inches. So pretty neat deal. What else is important too is if you look at the hull design itself, silver reverse chines are really going to create a deflection of the wave before it gets to you up at the helm. And that's really a big thing as well, how it deflects the waves and where it deflects the waves. And it really makes for a very comfortable ride for everybody in the boat, whether you're in the front or in the jump seats in the back. So what else is important with the boat? I mentioned the dead rise. The dead rise is important because it's going to split the wave and give you a comfortable ride and able to split and slice that wave and give you really the ability to run farther in some of the conditions that may be a little bit rougher, but give you maximum comfort. That's a definite bonus. And one of the themes that you'll find in all the C Pro boats is the fact that they really over-deliver. It's amazing what they put into these boats that are standard features that others would have as an option. You look at the things that are kind of important, the little details, the rub rail with the stainless inserts. You'll see the T-tops and how it's finished off with the T-tops. You'll see the fittings in the hull itself. They're all stainless fittings in various pieces and parts along the hull and the interior. So definitely something that we want to look at, and we'll be highlighting that when we get inside the boat and look at the 239C Pro center console. Now let's take a look on the inside of the 239 center console and see what this thing is really all about. You can see the bow is well laid out. It's very comfortable. You're going to find also that this kind of a unique thing that they've done is they've included the seat inserts, but this is what's the cool part. It also doubles as a table when you insert the post into the floor. 4 nice cup holders and of course C-deck on the top of it so it doesn't skid, nothing skids across it, and it was fully snappable so you can engage that. On the bow you also have a full anchor storage compartment, pop-up cleat, large stainless pop-up cleat, and you see that the recessed stainless handrail is also a real nice appointment. In the floor, large storage compartment coming out of the floor, and that is it is a dry storage compartment as well. You'll see the seating in the front as well in the center console. This is definitely comfortable. You've got hand grab rails as well as a very thick padding both on the bottom and on the back for the backrest. Fantastic as far as combing, the combing pads across the whole boat. So in rough water, if you're leaning against the side when you're fishing, you definitely have adequate protection and comfort on that. Speakers throughout. And you'll also find that the C Pro has some cool little storage compartments for your cell phone, and it's got the charging plug in here as well for USB, and that is a watertight compartment, so you can definitely keep your phone in there and have it protected. Since we're working our way back, we'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the T-top, talk about well-appointed T-top. 2 speakers up in the T-top, very nicely appointed and finished. The backlit C Pro lighting on it as well. You've got full lighting in the back and the full rocket launcher rod holders, as well as overhead storage. And of course, radio can be mounted up here as well, but definitely a very large storage area and well designed and laid out. Your spreader lights, map lights, your T-top lights, and an actual added accessory are also part of the T-top feature. When we move to the actual center console itself, you can see you've got a 12-inch Simrad, more of a flat screen type design, GPS sonar unit, SmartCraft gauges for the Merc, and one thing you'll find that's kind of unique is we have the MrComfort.com systems with the Marine Cool. What this actually does is has vents that actually mist air and spray it so that you're actually, if it's a hot day, you are going to be cool. So this truly is the coolest of boats. Can't argue with that. Throttle and shift, this happens to be DTS or digital throttle and shift. And of course, the full radio system that is Bluetooth and all that other fun stuff you can get hooked up with your radio as far as XM satellite, etc. Your full gauge package as far as the switching from bilge, live wells, freshwater pumps, raw water pumps. Again, you've got lighting in your live wells as well, extra accessories if you do want to hook something else, as well as another insert for any of your cigarette lighter, any charging systems that you want to incorporate. Moving to the seats, we're looking at full bolster seats for both passenger and driver, which are nice and very well appointed and extremely comfortable. Fully movable armrests, so easy in and out. If you're looking at doing some, if you're fishing and you need to get out of that seat relatively quickly, that's accessible as well. But now to the comfort, the creature comforts. One of the things they've done really well in all their boats of this size, and the 219 as well, how they incorporate a jump seat in the back. This folds down, very comfortable for riding. Obviously in the back of the boat, more comfortable ride, but how it's appointed and what it looks like once it's folded up, this truly is a fishing rig once this is folded up and gives you great access. Storage you're dealing with, again, in this particular case, battery storage here, along with your power steering pump and anything else. If you wanted to add other batteries for a different system, you certainly could do that as well. Storage over on the left-hand side as you enter into the boat, which is nice, and rod storage as well underneath our combing pads over here, and they extend into a built-in rod tubes in the side or the gunnel of the hull. We've got the live well, and this is quite a nice deep live well, rounded corners of course, protecting the fish, and that is a nice feature. You have a washdown station as well, which is a fun little deal to have, keeping everything clean as possible, and deep storage on this side, and that again is a dry storage compartment. All right guys, let's take a look at this SeaPro 239 center console trailer. This is an Ameritrail trailer. It is a high-grade aluminum channel trailer. I mean, we're talking dual axles, we're talking the aluminum rims, we're talking the metal fenders, and of course, all along the way, really nicely appointed with the SeaPro logo and the step pad. You'll also find you've got the high load guides on it as well. You've got the ratchet strap tie downs, as do all the SeaPro boats from the smallest 172 on up. You'll find that it also has brakes. You've got the tongue jack. You also have spare tire. And this boat really does have a matched set with this trailer. It fits it perfectly. And that's really what you want to have when you're buying a trailer boat combination. You can do this in another direction. Somebody says, oh, I'm just going to get a boat that fits or thinks it fits. But this really does fit this boat perfectly. And again, brakes, an important aspect with a boat this big. But interestingly enough, it's only 3,300 pounds without the motor. So let's say it's about 4,200 pounds with the motor. So a boat that size is really quite good for its size as far as the weight goes. So definitely can pull it around with a half-ton truck, no problem whatsoever. So next time you guys are out looking for a boat, a SeaPro is definitely something you should look for when it comes to the center console boats, giving you ride, giving you the ability to run smaller lakes, bigger lakes, comfort, and it is a great looking package as well. And for River Valley Power and Sport, I'm Eric Olson. Check out the SeaPros at our locations near you.